Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate, and this is Policy of Madness. Last time we cleared out the... what is this? Merchants League. We also killed a bunch of doppelgangers. We also cleared out this area and we finished up a ridiculous little quest thing. That quest is actually a little bit annoying because if you do this area first, or this area, this is the area that we did. If you do this area first and then come here, you like get this quest, but then you can't complete it. And if you do get the quest and then you come here to complete it, you have to talk to that dude, and he has to, that one named Zvard that we encountered there, like Nerith or whatever his name was, Nesbit or something. He has to talk to you and then summon the cave bear, because if that doesn't happen, then this quest is not completed. Of course, the quest gave us literally nothing. So let's see. We're just gonna glance through here. Oh, we still need to do the fire wine. Okay. I guess I had to turn in the emeralds in order to get rid of this. We're not going to do Hurgen's thing. Don't know what that means. This is all about the Iron Throne. Okay. There are a couple more quests here in Baldur's Gate that I do want to address. So,
nothing to it.
Oh, I guess can't go that way. I ought to do that now. How many spells do I have? Plenty.
Whatever you want.
There's a house. I think it's one of these two houses.
If you say
Okay,
so.
well, it's definitely not this one.
Of course.
Must be this one because it's locked.
If
Yeah.
that's what you want.
Away with you, beggar!
Alright. Alright. I think he has a high magic resistance, but... yeah, we can get rid of his, images.
Incurtus! Incurtus!
Alright. And now upstairs is his, employer, I guess. Who's also going to give us some
Whatever you
EXP.
desire.
He's actually kind of tough, as I recall.
Fear my wrath, for it is great indeed. Fear my wrath, for it is great indeed.
Magic resistance. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Incurtus!
You're deaf. I am slowly plinking him to death. These gnolls are not helping at all. Guess I should expect that. Oh, there goes my invisibility.
Very, very.
Oh. There we go. Not really a quest, but,
Is that all?
okay, Jesus Christ. Not really a quest, but, you know, just breaking in here and killing some people for no reason. Shit. I'm out of knock. Okay. We'll come back when I have some knock. Essentially, we just did that for the EXP.
Nothing to it. Whatever you want.
How much was he worth? 3,600, and his butler was worth, I think, 1,400? 1,200. So 12 plus 36, 38, 48. 4,800 EXP. It's no 17,000, but we're a long way from our next level. We'll take what we can get. And it costs us no reputation at all. Somebody's leaving me voicemail. Get rid of it. Okay.
What would you like?
Actually, kind of wanted to talk this time. Whoops. Gotta go back to finish looting that house. Actually kind of wanted to talk this time about the concept of being below the law. The thing came up not that long ago.
Nothing to it.
And, what? Okay, that's bullshit.
Whatever you want.
How could I have been spotted? That's complete bullshit. This is why I don't fucking like shit fire.
If you say so.
Yeah, at least
Of
if the guards
course.
don't catch you, you don't actually lose a reputation. They have to catch you.
Very, very.
Now they're definitely not going to catch me. But did you see that? That was complete bullshit. Nobody saw me. Nobody fucking saw me. Did I actually get the loot out of there? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. There was nobody there. See, that's why I don't loot houses. Even though, you know, there's nothing stopping me from doing it. So I almost lost reputation there for complete fucking bullshit. Okay. Well, anyway. Something came up recently, and I'm not actually going to, I don't know why I'm going this way. I'm not going to go into the details, because this is a refrain that has been sung many, many times. So the details are actually not important.
If that's what you want.
But, the idea of being below the law is not something that we really talk about that much. It's not a phrase that you often hear. We know what it means when somebody is said to be above the law. You know, everybody knows what that means. Being below the law is kind of a similar concept, except in reverse. The idea of being below the law is this. It means that the law does not protect you. We run into this a lot. People who are disfavored, any type of disfavored group, is often below the law. Not officially. Nobody officially says, you know what, here she is.
Wait, I must speak with thee.
We just carry weapons and kill things for the joy of the experience. Actually, that's true. One of the guys that you meet in... what did she say she was going to be staying? Sporting Sturgeon. One of the guys that you meet in the Cloakwood Corn, he is her, or at least at one time, her significant other. And this child of hers that's been cursed is actually his kid.
I'm waiting.
Did the Ogre Mages? Yes, I did. Disfavored groups are often below the law. Not officially. Nobody actually says, these people are below the law and the law does not protect them, the end. Nobody usually says that. But the effect is that the law does not protect certain groups of people. Prostitutes and other kinds of sex workers,
something stranger.
For example, are often below the law. And they are, beaten up, raped, murdered even, and nobody really cares. These crimes against them, and they are crimes, are infrequently investigated. When they are investigated, charges are often not brought. Sex workers are so far below the law, in fact, that somebody doesn't even have to be a sex worker in order to be below the law. All you have to say is, well, I thought, this was a sex worker. I'm thinking specifically of that case in Texas. I think it was Texas, where a dude hired a woman, and it was her understanding that she was going to be an escort, and he was paying her, a couple $100 just for escort services. And escorts are not, necessarily prostitutes. But he thought that he was, or at least this is what he says, he thought that they were going to have sex for this money, that she was a prostitute, essentially. And she disagreed. She attempted to take her payment, and he shot and killed her. And he was brought to trial and completely acquitted. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of on the first level here. No.
Nothing to it.
I think this is the proprietor. So she wasn't even a sex worker. She was not even a sex worker. But all he had to do was say, well, I thought she was a sex worker. And the jury goes, oh, well, it's alright then. So, not only are sex workers below the law, but anybody that you can plausibly claim as a sex worker is also below the law. I mean, that's ridiculous. I hope you can see how ridiculous that is, right? But this is something that we as a society kind of tolerate. One of these ladies down here is going to be a mage. We're going to take appropriate precautions.
Whatever you want.
Oh, I guess they're not on this level. Oh, yes, they are. Never mind.
Your life means nothing to me.
She and Hair Delise would probably get along. Alright. This is the mage lady, I believe. That will take care of a lot of her spell casting.
Something stranger.
Ooh, you won fast.
She's not very dangerous without her spells. Alright. Now, because of what we learned before, we need to wait for our invisibility to wear off. Actually, let's go sell this shit. Oh, here we
Just
go.
ask. What would you like?
It's important to remember that nobody puts themselves below the law. Being below the law is not something you do to yourself. Some people will act like it is. People will want to believe that the way that you ended up below the law is your own fault. Not a particularly awesome helmet. I mean, it's a helmet, and it's got a +1 AC bonus, which is pretty good. The charisma bonus is not that useful. It does look really great, though, when somebody's wearing it.
Nothing to it.
Let's take, for example, a situation in which a woman is raped. Actually, this applies to anyone who is raped, not just women. People will
Whatever you want.
Yes?
try to come up with reasons that this happened to her. Reasons that were within her control. We're gonna just get rid of all this shit. Even though we're getting depreciation on the the long swords. I don't care that much. As long as we're here. Oh, definitely depreciation on that. And this is when people look for reasons for why some terrible thing was perpetrated on a person. You know, these are always situations in which something happened. Ring of Protection +2. Am I ever going to use that? I'd say probably no. Oh yeah, Balduran's logbook. Let's look at this. Wait, we already looked at this, didn't we? Okay. It's worth, yeah, 5,000 gold. That's a lot. Alright. We have no use for this again. Or any longer. So let's say someone is raped. Let's say that someone is female. But this also applies to men. Because if it's a male person who is raped, usually the question that people ask is, well, why didn't you fight back? You know, you're a dude, right? So obviously you have control over your own fate. Or at least that's the story that we like to tell ourselves. And so we'll deal with that later. Why didn't you fight back?
If you say so.
There are actually a lot of reasons why men don't fight back. The most important of which is that if somebody is demonstrated that they are capable of perpetrating a rape on you, you don't really know what else they're capable of doing.
Of course. Yeah.
Rape,
Speak up. Speak up.
rape is a terrible thing, and in our culture we typically agree that very few things are worse crimes. Murder is one. And if somebody is capable of inflicting this terrible, terrible thing on you, what else are they capable of doing? So that's why a lot of times people don't fight back. And
If that's what
that includes men. If you fight back, you're courting something even worse. And you don't know what else this person is capable of doing.
whatever you
They were
decide.
capable of doing this one terrible thing, why not another terrible thing? Okay.
Is that all?
Don't remember how many levels there are to this. I think the third level is the last one. Yeah. This should be pretty easy.
You need something, stranger?
Okay. And he's essentially helpless.
This should be fun.
You need something, stranger?
We don't take prisoners. And in theory we can loot this, but, you know, even when nobody is watching us, we get caught, so we're not going to. So, you know, men sometimes don't fight back. And it's because they understand rationally, you know, this is a rational belief, that if someone is capable of doing this one terrible thing, they might very well be capable of doing some other terrible thing.
Just ask.
Something even worse. So, you know, get the hell out of my way, you piece of shit. Okay.
What would you like?
We're gonna take care of, what's her name? And if a woman is raped, then,
Nothing to it.
you know, we all know the questions she's asked. Was she drinking? If she was drinking, well, she was asking for it, right?
Whatever you want.
Was she alone in a room with a dude? That's actually the most typical type of rape, is someone being, you know, alone with the rapist.
If you say so.
Hello there.
I'll bet this refers to, you know, I'll bet this refers to Irenicus stealing our soul later. I would not be surprised. Alright.
My poor dear Namara. I hope she fares well.
Would just like to be paid. I don't do this shit for free. Is this the guy with the... This is the guy with the mustard jelly. Alright. This is the mustard jelly guy.
Veritas. Credo.
Okay, here's our mustard jelly. Can we get rid of the jelly? Yes.
Forward march! Forward march! You be quiet. Forward march! You be quiet.
Tell me all about it.
Forward march! You be quiet. You be quiet.
Whatever you do.
Forward march!
Crazy.
Forward march! 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 Forward march!
Essentially, there was no purpose behind that except to, you know, get the 2,000 EXP for the mustard jelly. This guy, if you talk to him and you have the pantaloons in your possession, he'll try to take them.
Hi, friend.
Yeah, he'll try to take your pantaloons if you have them with you.
All.
This is our fellow. Yeah. Okay.
You want some whiskey?
Alright. If she was, you know, alone in the room with a dude, what was she doing there?
Nothing to
You know, because it's, yeah, obviously some kind of, whoops. Some kind of, you know, she must be up to no good if she's, you know, drunk or out alone, unescorted, you know. And, well, yeah, we actually have a narrative in our culture, temple, yeah, that the only real rape victim is female, of course, because men don't get raped in our narrative. And she is married or a virgin, one or the other. Either one's good. And she is jumped by a complete stranger and beaten into submission. And where am I going? Is it here? And even though she fights back, she is, you know, eventually forced to submit.
whatever you want.
It should be obvious why that's complete bullshit, okay? But the farther that a person who is, has been raped deviates from that narrative, the more our society questions the person. Questions how legitimate this crime was. And I want to emphasize first that the reason that people do this is not for the purpose of putting someone below the law. The reason why people do this typically is a combination of
Just ask.
a combination of almost medieval morality.
You need something, stranger? crust your face, I will. Make you dead and done.
Let's take care of the mage. Alright, so this is actually a good situation where we would want to use that spell that we went to immense effort to obtain and have yet to use.
I'll crush your face, I will.
What the hell is this? Oh, just skeletons. Okay. Now we're gonna try to fear everyone. Now they're suddenly much less dangerous. Alright.
Yes. Tell me all about it.
Actually, let's do it like this. Alright. Oh wait. Here's my other squirrel. Damn it! Taking my EXP. Son of a bitch. See, that's the thing I don't like about these damn Gorbel Hind people, is that they'll take your EXP. They're kill stealers, basically. Alright, what am I doing here? Alright. Whoops. Is this the next dude? Yep. Ah, he made a save. Okay. It's alright. Where's my last one?
You need something, stranger?
Alright, where's that other dude? He's upstairs. Sometimes they run out. Nope.
What? If you say so.
He must run outside.
Of course.
No? There he is. Hey, Whiff. Oh shit, he's some kind of magic user. I think he...
If that's what you want.
He was casting something on me. Not anymore.
something, stranger?
Damn. Oh. Got another one here. Good.
Crust your face, I will. Make you dead and done.
Where are you going? Son of a bitch.
Crust your face, I will. Make you dead and done.
Okay. Fucking kill stealers.
You need something, stranger?
Alright. Yeah, get your hell out of here. They're kill stealers, but at least they don't steal your the gear. Okay, go away. So it's extremely likely actually in that battle that Gorpelhind will be killed, or alternatively, less likely but also possible, one of his buddies. If anybody in Gorpelhind's party is killed, he makes a sad face at you, and then they all leave. Just like they did this time, except they didn't make the sad face first.
Whatever you decide.
Actually, kind of reminds me of a encounter in the Paladin Stronghold in Baldur's Gate 2, where you're sent off to... I need to unload some shit. You're sent off to relieve
Is that all?
some paladins who are, I don't know, under fire or something in the Umar Hills. And if you fail to rescue them all, it is possible to rescue them all. I've actually done it as a solo sorcerer. You can install a mod that will let you get all the strongholds, and so I've done all the strongholds, actually. My favorite is the Bard's stronghold, and when I get to Baldur's Gate 2, if I get to Baldur's Gate 2, then I might use that mod to get the Bard stronghold, because that's just my favorite stronghold, to be honest.
Just ask.
Yes?
And I never actually play a Bard, because, you know, who would? Unless you're doing it for some kind of special challenge. I never actually played a Bard, and therefore I would never get the Bard stronghold under normal circumstances. There we go. I hope you can see now why the Wand of Polymorphing, even though I haven't used it very much, I've used a fuckload of the Wand of Monster Summoning, but the Wand of Polymorphing is really powerful. That turning somebody into a squirrel is actually permanent. It never wears off. And they have pretty minimal hit points when they're a squirrel. I read something where somebody had said that when something is polymorphed, it retains all of its hit points. So if you like polymorph Firecrag, for example, you'll end up with a squirrel that has like 100 hit points or something. I don't think that's true. I think the squirrel actually has minimal hit points. I think it has less than 15 hit points. Even if the original creature had a whole lot more. So people try to come up with a rationalization as to why a terrible thing that was perpetrated on someone was actually their own fault. This is where the Helm of Baldur is. As long as I'm here, I might as well get it. Didn't really intend to get it because I don't hardly need it.
Of course.
But why not? I'm here.
If that's what you want.
Just want to explore this area. Is that the lady you can blackmail? Somebody around here you can blackmail. Can't remember who. The reason why people try to come up with some kind of explanation as to why essentially you brought it on yourself when someone does something terrible to you. And also when something happens and it's a natural disaster. People are always looking for some way to pin it on you. And it's the most common reason, there are a lot of reasons why people do this, but the most common reason is because they're engaging in what's called the just world fallacy.
Is that all?
The idea is that we all want the world to be just. We want the world to have an inherent order of justice, okay? So that people get what they deserve, and they deserve what they get. So if something terrible happened to someone, it's because they did something to deserve it. And if someone is extremely prosperous and super rich, they obviously deserve that too. We see the just world fallacy in operation like all the time. We are probably going to go into this little compound here just to explore the outer areas, but we are not going to loot it because that's just not something that we care about. And you've seen how we can get caught, even when it's ridiculous. People want to believe that the world is inherently just. And so when someone is raped, the instinct, the urge, is to find a way in which that person essentially brought it on themselves. So when a woman is raped, especially if she is acting outside of the cultural script for how rape occurs, people look for an explanation as to what she did wrong. And once you have come up with some kind of a explanation that pins the responsibility for what occurred onto the victim, then this other trend comes in there. So this other this other thing comes into effect where you can actually explore quite a bit of this. I didn't know you could explore so much. Where people are below the law. So a woman who is out drinking is behaving in a way that goes against the cultural script for how women ought to behave. And so she is below the law. You place her when you say, well, what did you expect? You were out drinking in public and you were female, you know.
Whatever
What did you expect?
want.
You are placing her below the law.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
You're saying that she, you know, brought it on herself. That the law does not protect, you know, her. See, this has an armor class bonus of 1, but also has, you know, all these other serious bonuses. These are like major bonuses. That's probably the best helmet in the game. I'm not going to use any of this shit.
The customer is always right.
I think it's only worth 6,000 in the next game. Not going to use that. Well, we'll save these. You buy potions? Yes. Oil of Fury Burning, 66. Potion of Explosions, 66. Don't those seem identical to you? I honestly cannot tell what the difference is supposed to be. Okay.
My prices are the best south of Waterdeep.
You buy scrolls? Ooh, he does buy scrolls. Clairvoyance is pretty nice, but how will I ever choose which area to use it on? I won't. I won't be able to do it. I'll never use this. As I've said before, a nice idea, but it only affects one critter, and the saving throw is too easy to make. Alright. Let's do the Seven Sons. Actually, let's rest first.
Just ask.
Well, nah, I got plenty of magic. Let's do the Seven Sons. The best way to get the most EXP and so forth out of this is to report back to Scar at every
What would
every
you...
stage.
Yes?
Alright.
Nothing to it.
It is useless to resist. Come to torment me some more, you shape-shifting bastards.
Such language. Alright. There's some stuff in here you can loot, but we'll probably get caught doing it, even though there's literally no one here now, and there's actually nothing in here that we want. I have been caught in here before, looting.
Whatever you
Ridiculous.
want.
So now you can confront these dudes, and if you're pushy enough, they will reveal themselves to be doppelgangers. But the best way to get the highest EXP and money reward is to report into Scar right now. Whenever you say to someone,
Of course.
I am a man of my word.
"What did you expect?" You are placing someone below the law. And
If that's what you want.
you might, it's tempting to say, well, by going out and drinking and being alone with men, which are all legal and moral things to do, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, so acting like doing that is essentially asking for it is essentially shit behavior.
Whatever you desire.
Leave us alone, will ya? Nothing for you here. Leave us alone, will ya? Nothing for you here.
Still you pester us, you have no shame, you're a fucking merchant. Yeah. Popper! Popper! I have more money than you'll ever see, dude. Alright.
It is useless to resist.
Let's go clear out the rest of them.
Is that all?
It is useless to resist.
I think there's only two more. There's this one, and then there's... I think that's
It
it.
is useless to resist.
Yeah. I really like how aggressive with Skull Trap protection from magical energy lets you be. You cast Skull Trap literally at your own feet and you're okay.
Nothing to it.
Uh-oh.
Salutations.
I mean, I would not have gone into the 7 fucking suns if not for Scar, so I don't know why that was necessary. But at any rate. So you might say that, you know, by doing these completely legitimate things, she placed herself below the law, but that's not true.
I am a man of my word.
I mean, look at this. He's giving us, like, fucking buttloads of gold. And EXP, how much did he give us before? 5,000 and 2,000. I mean, he's just showering us with everything that we need. Now, if you talk to him again, you'll actually have to reject that quest.
What would you like?
Don't talk to him a second time after you've given him that quest, or after he's given you this quest. I did make that mistake once, and it was very annoying. It was a no reload game, too, so I couldn't go back and fix it. No one ever places themselves below the law. Nobody ever says, well, I'm gonna make an outlaw of myself. Sometimes people do things that are questionable in nature,
Nothing to it.
but never with the intention or with the result of putting themselves below the law. Being below the law is something that someone else does to you. That's something that's done to
Whatever
you. It's
you
not something you
want.
do to yourself.
You want some whiskey?
And this kind of highlights the absolute absurdity
If
of
you say so.
stand your ground laws. Stand your ground, if you recall. Where is the... I thought there was one right here. Shit, where are the damn sewer entrances? Stand your ground laws, if you recall. There's one. But I can't get in there. What the hell? There we go. They enable someone with a gun who is, or at least claims to be, feeling like they are in danger of their lives. Then this person is empowered to defend themselves with deadly force. Which, even if you can't see the problems in that, it's inherently absurd. And here's the reason. Let's say that you and I are we're walking down the street and I have a gun and you have a gun and we're both law-abiding individuals. Forgot about that.
Of course.
Oh shit. Fucking carrion crawlers. Alright. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Actually, let's just overwhelm ourselves with these. Okay. I forgot that this area was going to be full of carrion crawlers. But of course it is. Alright, there he is. Okay. There were like a whole fucking pile of carrion crawlers. Where'd they all go? Okay. Oh, here's one. Okay. The temptation is to say that, you know, what someone did, put them below the law, but that's never the case. So you have, you know, you and I, and we are both, okay, make myself invisible again. We are both law-abiding individuals. We are,
Yes. Tell me if that's
carrying weapons, legitimately, you know, lawfully, with the proper, licenses and such. Neither of us is doing anything illegal, right? Look at that. Fucking pile of them. Okay. Let's skull trap them. No biggie. Wants to kill the rat. Okay. I think I have to kill all these carrion crawlers in order to get the... Or maybe just the ogre mage. Anyway, we're both law-abiding individuals. We have all the proper licenses. Well, we meet each other on the street, okay? And you do something that makes me feel like I'm being threatened. So I pull a gun on you. Now, you know that you're being threatened. You know factually that you are in danger because I have just pulled a fucking gun on you. You know what? I think there's a sewer cleaner down here somewhere. I should probably be careful about where I'm throwing my skull traps. fearing, you know, that your life is in danger because I just pulled let me reiterate this, a fucking gun on you, and I'm now pointing it in your face. You pull your gun and you're now pointing it at my face. By pulling my gun on you and saying that I felt like I was in danger, I have put you below the law. I have declared that you are below the law. And by doing so, let's do it like this. I'm sure I don't know why I feel like I have to do this personally when I have this thing. Okay, nobody here.
I'm waiting, whatever you desire.
I have placed you below the law, and similarly, you have placed me below the law as well. So, by following the law, by doing things that are entirely 100% lawful, the two of us have created a zone where the law has been completely suspended. In between us, the law no longer applies. And that's the absurdity of it. That's why it's inherently absurd. Because there should never be a situation in any kind of legal code in which, by following the law becomes suspended. And that's exactly what has occurred here. So stand your ground laws are inherently absurd, but that's when someone is essentially licensed to kill you,
Yes. Is that all?
you have been placed below the law. And this can be very informal. Like nobody came around and said explicitly that you are below law. It can be formal. You can be officially outlawed, actually. But that's not very common. Much more common is that it is decided by, particularly by law enforcement, but also by just people on the street, that a person who has been the victim of some kind of terrible crime does not deserve to have that crime investigated, prosecuted, or in any way pursued. The person is below law. The law does not protect that person. Oh, there we go.
Tell me all. Nothing to it.
I was wondering where I was going. Still got this one too. Okay.
I'm waiting.
People who are marginalized in our society, stand your ground laws are, you know, like I said, inherently absurd. However, in practice, it's never the case where the two people who have outlawed one another are considered equally. This is kind of disgusting. It's like people attached to the wall with spider webs. It's like seriously gross.
Yeah, whatever you want.
In practice, the people who are more marginalized are disfavored when it comes to the prosecution of crimes against them. Oops. Don't actually need the dead body. We're going to want to drop one of those ruby rings, because ruby rings are worth a good bit of money. And Scar's going to take one of them from us. We don't want him to take them both. We're now going to report to Scar, turn in that ruby ring for
Just ask.
basically a shitload of money. How did a knoll end up here? I shouldn't ask questions. He probably ran. Oh, because he got hoard. Okay. Is it here? Yes.
What would you like? Tell me all about it.
People who are racial minorities, women, people who are in some other way marginalized, such as being transsexual, criminals. Criminals are extremely marginalized group. I don't talk about prison rape really because essentially not because it's not important, but because I just don't know enough about it.
You want.
I am a man of my word.
If you say so.
Yeah, mate.
Throw in a big fat bonus. Was it 3,000 gold bonus for the return of the items? Yeah. The ruby ring here, the other one that we found, is worth a lot of money, but not 3,000. Okay.
I am a man of my word.
Not sure why he did that. He walked out of the Iron Throne and then he takes you right back in.
I am a man of my word.
$2,000 gold, even though I've already been given probably 10,000 or more by Scar here. Alright,
Of course.
let's just explore this area, and I think that will actually be it for this time. I'll probably have more to say about being below the law next time, because there's a lot to say about it. There's a lot that's bullshit
that's what you
about the
want.
whole concept. But I think this is
Whatever you desire.
now gone more than an hour, so I'm going to cut it off here. Next time we'll be climbing the Iron Throne. Join me then. Later.